frags of a beer.
The stream has
Bad
started.
idea.
Oh yeah, wait. Where's David at?
I'm here.
David
we
is
need
just
your
not
pretty
on
face.
I got
camera.
you.
I'm here. I'm
Uh-huh.
here. Did you not hear me?
We hear you.
We don't
I
see
hear
you.
We
They want
don't
to
see
see
Oh, you don't
you.
see me. Okay, 1 second. Hang on.
They must see your face.
They must see my face.
We want to see your handsome mug.
Oh man, that overlays nice. I like
That's
I'm gonna
downstairs. I
sneeze.
have to go downstairs. That'd take me a long time if you could get the handsome mug.
Oh no, that's not true.
Okay, coming in. Yep, there we go. Do.
Coming in hot.
Hey,
I gotta say, this new overlay is pretty crazy, Dustin.
Yeah.
wait, I gotta go check it out real fast.
It looks
I don't
awesome.
think.
I just need to
I
get.
think you look very pretty, David.
I just need to get like default pictures of us,
Pretty.
so that when someone's gone, I can swap out,
And stick them in.
stick them in.
Where you at? Where are you at? Why is it? Oh, there it is.
I am in Pasadena, California.
Not what I meant.
I am 35 years old.
Now you're gonna get stalkers.
5'10".
There's gonna be stalkers.
ASL, Dustin.
What? American
I
Sign Language.
stream, by the way.
Nope,
Yes,
not
I
that
like
one.
long walks to the beach and candlelight dinner and.
Cake?
Really? Oh crap.
And donuts
And
Cake is
cake.
good.
and cake.
I
Getting an ad on
actually
your stream.
don't
Taco
like
Bell.
cake as much as I like pie.
Mm,
Unpopular
sorry you feel that
opinion,
way.
I'm sure. And I also prefer cheesecake to cake and pie.
I will choose
Because
cheesecake over
cheesecake-
cake or pie.
See?
I
Thank
don't know.
you,
Thinking
Dustin.
about some silk sometime this weekend.
You do
Oh
what?
dang, it looks really good, Dustin.
Thank you, Overlord Baker.
I'll have to look at it later. I don't think my internet is strong enough to pull it off.
Yes, we're live. Hi, everybody.
Kilo Shifter
everyone-
agrees with
Mine's not.
pie
I
being
just got
better
to
than
see a
cake.
picture of it.
Alright,
Did you tweet out a thing?
I'm
It's
sure
automatically
it-
tweeted?
I
'Cause
think it
I'm gonna
automatic-
retweet that.
It
Yeah,
automatically
we all tweeted, I
tweeted.
think.
I'm gonna retweet that.
Kilo Shifter
that
says
people
pie
can
is
say
better than
hi.
cake is better than cheesecake.
Wow, them's fighting
Pie
words.
is better than cake is better. I agree with that one. I like pie best.
I'd go cheesecake, cake, pie, unless it's pumpkin pie, then pumpkin pie gets bumped to the front. But pie,
Yeah, I
pumpkin
gotta
pie's-
go.
It's very conditional
I
for
gotta
you.
go cheesecake, and then pie, and then.
Well, you should
cake.
take the German chocolate cake back, is what you're saying.
That's,
I'll
Alright,
share your cake.
Anyway,
Don't worry.
are you goofballs ready?
that's my birthday.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes?
You
Yes.
love us.
Yes.
All right. So, Dustin, I believe you have something new.
We do.
This is amazing, by the way.
Oh, you've heard it already?
Well,
I'm so
I tried
jealous.
to record it as a video and was just gonna play it before the stream, but after the 20th take, I was just like, "Fuck it, we'll go live. We'll do it live." So
We'll do it live!
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
if I trip over it, just bear with me. All right. So
I have every faith in you, Dustin.
Go for it.
We will now recap last episodes. Last time on Half-Ass Crew Plays D&D, Chaos Knolls and the crew continues their journey in Timberside. Having found the guild leader Quincy at the bottom of a tankard, our intrepid heroes decide they can do a better job of protecting the town. Taking matters into their own hands, they seek out Torkal Blackbarrow, Lord of Timberside. In his mansion on the hill, they learn of a looming attack by an unknown force threatening these good inhabitants. Torkal asks Wayrin if he will again lend aid to Timberside and stop this attack before it begins. Wayrin accepts the half-ass crew learns of Wayrin's past as a rebel leader. Meanwhile, Ross gets a surprising letter from a hawk, and Thorgrin recovers his trusty flask Betty from Aldrich's pocket. Setting their best ranger forward, our ragtag group easily finds tracks leading into the mountains. With the trusty tracking
forgot I did
skills
that.
of the half-orc Tuck and Ross combined, the adventurers easily discover that gnolls roam these forested hills. With sage advice from Tuck, the crew presses on into the night to get the drop on these hirsute creatures. Success comes late as the group comes upon the sleeping gnoll camp. But hark! In the distance an eagle cries, and chaos falls from the tree. Ross's longtime ally, Seth Chaos, makes a dramatic appearance of his own as his own gnoll tracking leads him upon the half-ass crew. Thordrin administers the Dwarven test of trust to determine friend or foe, and with a click of flasks and a swig of spirits, the battle begins. One by one, the Gnollish threat is felled, with a varying degree of skill. But as the bloodbath nears its end, Huck's keen orcish scent picks up danger from behind. Quickly, the gnolls seem more fearful of the mysterious creature in the bushes than the swords at their own throats. What dangers lie in the underbrush? Will our heroes survive this new threat? Will Thordrin live to drink again? Tune in now, for Half-Ass Crew plays D&D.
Beautifully done.
That was wonderful.
Fantastic. So, with that, as Dustin just previously mentioned, we left off and you guys had just defeated a pack of gnolls, and there is now something coming from in the hills behind you. You have no idea what it is. There's tree cover, and you guys, if you can see on the map currently,
We have Fog of War
that
up.
is
Oh, black.
most of it.
There's
If
a-
you're up
there's a
in
spot of
the
it.
upper right hand,
Oh. Upper right-hand corner.
So is it these bushes that we're hearing this?
Oh, there we
in?
go.
It's
I
not
found
on
it.
the thing yet, Dustin.
I'm zooming out. We got it.
Oh, I see. Oh, I forgot there's a delay, too. That makes sense.
Yeah, don't forget there's like a 30-second.
Well,
Whoa, that's...
you can see
Whoa.
all of this now.
Whoa!
There we go.
Hello.
And the direction that the knoll was looking from and that Tuck had kind of looked in is to your left. So towards the two big boulders on the left is the direction where the knolls were kind of looking at.
Over here?
Here?
Yep. Yep.
Also, I like the fact that my circle is pink. That makes me happy. It's a little thing. It's a little thing.
So currently you guys are not in battle. However, you pretty much can sense that there is something impending that you don't have too much time to waste.
I don't
If
like
anybody
this.
wants
I
to-
don't like this. Aldrich, hold me.
I keep an arrow notch and I look over at Seth and I say, "You don't have any idea." And I say, "You don't have any idea what this is, do you?"
He looks at you and he's like, I got nothing on this one. The only thing I can think of is maybe their pack leader, but they don't show fear in their eyes when their pack leader's coming back.
Can I kind of motion to Hayate to like take a sniff or something with that? Like, because he's got pretty high perception, but we already know the direction. So I guess that really wouldn't do anything, and it's not like he'd be able to tell me unless I cast Beast Speak. I cast Beast Speak!
Beautifully done.
Okay, that's what I want. That's what I want. Oh my god, I'm gonna talk to Hayate. Okay. Right.
Aldrich,
Deep breath. Deep breath.
Okay, hang on. Let me look at this. All right, so speaker. Oh shit! I don't have my D&D book with me. So I think it's 10 minutes. And I can cast it. And let me pull up Hayate's stats. Those I took a picture of.
Beasts.
Hold on.
Beasts.
Let me go.
Speak with animals is what it's called, not
Yeah.
beast speak.
quick to the...
Oh.
Race is
Yeah,
on.
sorry.
Doo-doo-doo.
Okay.
I'm gonna find it first.
How do I help?
Okay, so
I got it.
so if I have
I
Hayate, if I cast
Yeah, I do.
Speak with Animals, and then I have him roll Perception for hearing and smell, he has an advantage on Wisdom, which is those.
Yeah, if you would like to.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would very much like to. Okay.
So you go ahead and cast Bespeak.
I cast.
Yes.
I look at him and I bend down and I pat his head and I cast Beast Speak. I mean, speak with animals. I keep fucking calling it this.
So you guys who are watching, you see your ranger kind of kneel down and pet the top of her wolf's head.
Wolf.
And I said wolf. I corrected myself. And you kind of see this glowing arcane energy like flow from her fingers as she rubs the top of his head. And he like, to the rest of you, it sounds like he lets out like a woof. To Ross, however, he looks at you and he goes, "Hi!" And his butt starts wagging. It's like, "What do you want me to do?"
I say, hi, Hayate. By the way, it's really nice to talk to you again. However, and I say, Hayate, I need you to concentrate on that area where we're hearing this noise, and I need you to sniff and listen and concentrate and tell me what you're picking up.
He kind of like cocks his head to the side and just kind of like bounces. He doesn't really say anything, and he bounds over.
Not too close. Not too close.
Hold on. You can tell me. I'm gonna move him. He kind of comes over this way, and is like stiff in the air. He's like,
I need to
and
roll.
you all
don't
see?
I?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. What is that? Perception.
And I get advantage. And I get a plus. So he has a +3 to perception, and he has advantage. So, oh shit.
Hopefully Hayate can help us out. Boom.
18, first one, and
With advantage.
alright, 18.
So you got 18.
Nice.
So you he kind of like bounds over to the bush and like ducks his head and kind of gets low, and you can kind of see him sniff the air, and then all of a sudden his ears kind of flatten, and you can see his lip curl up and he kind of snarls, and he looks back at you, runs back over again in a very defensive stance, and he just mutters one word, and he goes, "Giant."
And I say, "Thank you, dear," and I bring my arrow
at that,
Oh,
and
God.
I immediately yell, "Giant!"
as she yells out "Giant,"
Giant what?
you guys
Giant!
roll 20. Stop it. You guys, I have zoomed out or revealed more of the board for the record. And now you see this giant lumbering towards you. And he actually, as he's coming towards you, he hears Ross yell "Giant," and he immediately takes the rock in his hand and hurls it down the hill. I need...
It was going to happen anyway, sorry. I'm trying to warn
That's
you.
okay.
I need... Who is in there? I need Wee, Thor, and I'm gonna have Tuck.
I hit by a rock. No way.
Was that...
That
Were
was
you just singing for...
no. I think I was. I think I was trying to do something. I was just nervous. What's my thing?
the three of you make a Dex saving throw.
Okay, so due to danger sense, I have advantage on dex saving throws against effects that I can see, such as traps or spells. Does this work for this?
I will give you this. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and use that. So you have an advantage.
Alright, saving throw, Dex?
Thank God.
Oh no!
So, seeing this giant boulder, and it actually works out rather conveniently. This giant hurls this boulder at you guys. We and Tuck both kind of see it, and they move out of the way.
I get it.
Thor, you were super distracted by your singing, your apparent nervous singing. And as you turn, you see this big boulder coming for you, and hold on. No. I'm gonna try not to. We gotta see if it actually hits. First, it got a 10. So, I had you made the dex save to see if you could, like, move out of the way, but then it didn't hit anyway. Right? Because your armor class is higher than 10, right?
Nice.
So, it doesn't hit. It was more to see who of the three of you it was gonna, like, the dex save was to see which of the three of you it was gonna hit.
Oh, okay.
It was whoever got the lowest. And so then I rolled to hit the boulder, and it missed you. So basically what you see is you get all scared because he throws it right towards you, and then all of a sudden it hits the ground, and then kind of bounces over you. Almost like trying to, like, pong it, and it goes right over top of you.
I pee
And
myself a little.
You watch it as it goes over. You're like, and now I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, I'm okay! Okay!
He free willied you. A free.
I always forget where initiative is. Oh, there it is.
Why can't I select my token? What's happening?
Turn on!
Got
That's
it.
better. Well, that's not good, but that's better.
It's casual.
Damn, Aldrich.
Yes. Darn Aldrich.
Oh, no, Reed.
Okay. So, we got Ross. We got we got Tuck and Thor. We got I don't like this music. Pick the different one.
Dancing
I
in the
can't hear
woods.
the music that well.
That works. Probably
Is that
more
better?
efficient. Yes.
Okay. Where'd it go? Okay, Tuck Thor, then Reed.
Yeah, I still have a horrible time hearing the music, and I have the master volume level all the way up.
Yeah, just shut it off. It's just easier.
Whatever.
You're missing out on the ambiance.
I know.
Right? I feel that.
You can watch it in the stream.
I'm very imaginative. It's okay.
This is good.
Oh, I can kind of hear it.
Awesome.
Dog.
It's Hayate. Hayate is very upset. Hayate is very, very upset about this giant.
As he
He's
should be.
been-
Did you see what just happened with the rock?
Alright,
He's
so-
very good at sensing. He's smart.
First up is Ross.
Okay, I I notch my arrow and I cast Hunter's Mark, and I immediately I've got I've got Can I, from my angle? No, I need to move. So I move down a bit to there, so that I have an actual angle on him. And I pull back my arrow, and I cast Hunter's Mark, and I let my arrow fly straight, aiming for his eye.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. Let's see how I do. Roll to hit. Hang on. Attack. Ooh, does a 15 hit?
It does.
Hey!
So,
Alright, so then I get to roll my 1d6 for my Hunter's Mark damage.
so it's 14 piercing plus Hunter's Mark. I need a freaking calculator.
Yes! 20 points of damage!
Boom.
Nice.
Let's get
I
this
don't need a
straight.
calculator anymore, because that's easy.
The numbers.
Wow.
Is great.
Yep.
Oh,
The
yeah,
best.
did you
Remember
roll
to
for
round
Seth? Did you roll for Seth? Initiative?
I did. I have it on here.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I was just gonna have him, yeah,
As
I
long
got
as
it.
it's hurt.
Okay, as long as you got him. I didn't hear you say his name whenever you were talking about the initiative.
Yeah. I mean, that's on me, so, because I'm controlling him. Ha! So, next up is we. So, you see Ross kind of steps forward, takes her bow out. You can almost see like another spark of magic just kind of come from her hand as she's holding out the bow. Which at this point you guys have learned that is Hunter's Mark. And she looks at the giant, releases her arrow. It doesn't quite get him in the eye, but you see the arrow and it kind of sinks right above it. And it doesn't
Not
go
eyebrow.
deep, but it's definitely enough to like leave a gash as the giant kind of reaches up and breaks it off and pulls it out. And kind
I
of looks
like
at
that
you with this
arrow.
very pissed off look, and he throws it on the ground.
Jack?
You are now up.
So this motherfucker just jumped out from behind a boulder and threw a rock at me. So obviously I'm gonna rage.
Ah,
So I rage.
there you
But
go.
due to my short little gnome legs, I can only go 25 feet. Which is, I think, there? Yeah. So I'm gonna run up behind this boulder, and as I'm fucking rage running, I guess, I'm gonna throw a hand axe at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
And it'll show up eventually. 9?
A 9 does not hit.
Oh, worth a
So
shot.
you take your
So-
hand axe and you throw it, and it just—he has a little bit of armor. He has like a shoulder pad looking thing, and so it actually, as you throw it, your height difference is like huge. So you throw it, and your aim is just totally off, and it hits off of his shoulder pad and kind of goes behind him. Your hand axe is now laying behind him, and you no longer have a hand axe to use.
That's unfortunate.
It's the problem with throwing things.
I have other pointy stuff, don't worry.
Um,
And as a
No,
bonus,
it
I
is-
guess I draw my sword.
there you go.
There it is.
Thor, you and Tuck are going at the same time, so I'm rolling for Tuck.
Okay. I would-
Go ahead.
You can do Tuck first. Hang on, if you want.
Well, Tuck is just going to move this way, behind this boulder and this bush, and just kind of lean up next to it with her great axe in hand. And that's all she's gonna do on this turn.
All right. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. So I'm going to move up to here. And I'm going to ready an action. So I pull out my drums, pull out my drumsticks, Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. You can throw rocks. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. Let's see if you like this. I would like to ready in action. I yell out the words Boilermaker! And I am readying my action for Aldrich's turn. But if he
Okay.
is successful, he is going to throw me at the giant. I am going to
Wow.
I am going to stab it with my dagger.
Okay.
Fastball special.
It's
Yes.
called the Boilermaker, thank you.
Sorry, yeah, of course.
That'll be
That's
interesting.
fantastic.
Okay.
They threw something at me, I'm gonna see if he likes it.
So
I like it.
you guys watch as your half-orc friend kind of sneaks behind this boulder, and then all of a sudden the dwarf gets right up in the middle, staring this giant down, and Seth kind of looks at you, Ross,
From Terminator.
and Seth looks at you and goes,
Yep.
"Is that normal?
Yes.
That's normal, right?"
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not- okay. I didn't know if he actually like got hit by the rock or whatever.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So with that, Reed, it is now your turn.
Okay, one quick calculation. Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do. I'll do.
So, windows. So many windows. Spell.
Right?
We shall do one of these, which is actually going to be these.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
Does a 9 hit?
No.
And a 4 is not going to hit either. Wait. I'm looking at the right ones here? Yes, I am.
There's a
The 21 should hit, though.
yes.
Yes.
So
So
the
he takes,
10 doesn't, the
Yeah.
9 doesn't, and the 21 does. So out of the 3,
he took 4 points of
one of
damage.
them. Okay. So,
It's a light show to my drumming.
I was
Well,
saying, from behind you, Thordrin, as you're kind of standing there facing down this giant, from behind you, 3 rays that have a very, you can almost feel the heat from them as they come around you towards the giant. 2 of them miss him entirely, hitting the boulder behind him and then a tree a little bit farther back. The third one, however, hits him right in the chest. And aha!
Oh!
That was cool.
And you just see this explosion of fire from his chest. You're gonna hear him roar, and he takes a step back, taking 4 points of damage. His shoulder piece that you had seen, little scorched but still intact. And now he looks really pissed at the tiefling who just shot him with fire. So,
Jeez, tiefling.
Aldrich, you and Seth are going on the same turn.
Okay.
However, Seth kind of looks to you, and he sees Thordrin up in front, and he's like, "After you."
Alright then, so
How cordial.
bonus action, I'm
He's
drinking
very
my
generous.
last potion of Thunderbolt. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need the bonus to strength. And we're going to move up to him, and I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to huck him at the giant.
All right, so I need Aldrich to
Hilarious.
make an athletics check.
So athletics, so that's still
And then-
just plus 1 more. Okay.
If he makes the athletics,
Oh no!
So sorry. Try again.
What have you done?
Well, let's see how this plays out.
Well, so
Get to my idea anyway. I feel Aldrich grab me. Drop the drums.
so you get ready. You guys, you have practiced this a couple of times before.
Together for 10 years. This is
You
a normal
felt
move.
like you were good. You were set. You were ready. You get ready. All of a sudden, Aldrich picks you up from underneath, right at your armpits.
Oh.
Gets ready to throw you forward. However, his foot ends up slipping in mud
Balance.
that is on the hill. So he comes crashing forward. He ends up still throwing you, but you go almost right into the dirt. I need you to make a dexterity save.
So I'm
as
still
you
gonna sing
come
the song I was
crashing
gonna
into
sing
the face.
as I was flying in. I'm coming in like a wrecking ball. Oh, oh. What am I making?
A dex save. Actually, no, make it a acrobatics check. It doesn't
Oh
need
my
a dex
god,
save.
too fucking surgeon.
Check.
Hey, not bad.
You manage to kind of feel how you're falling, and
Wait,
you kind of
that's
duck
not
your
right.
head and roll. However, you're landing. Oops, sorry.
I explode.
No, no.
You
A
land
liquor.
Booze, not
about
booze.
there.
No.
So, Aldrich falling flat on his face and throwing you, you still get a decent amount of distance. However, instead of going towards, like, into the giant, you hit the dirt right in front of him. So now, you kind of pick yourself up out of the dirt, and you are staring right into the face of this giant.
So as I look up and wipe mud off my face, never again, you fucking dwarf.
You'll do it again.
So, as Seth is watching this, he just is like, oh, for fuck's sake. And he,
It worked.
That's my friend.
Everything is great if it works.
What worked that one time in Thundermar? I don't know what happened.
he is
You were
going
on
to
stone
move
in Thundermar.
here. And then he is actually also going to take one of his hand axes from the side of his belt and hurl it right at the giant. Oops. I can't tell.
See how good the new guy is.
He's already proven himself.
Well, he
that's
hit.
terrible. That's fine.
He's new to us,
So-
not to Ross.
You see
He's betting better than we are.
throw this axe. It embeds itself right into the giant's chest.
For damage.
I hear sirens in the back, and I have headphones in.
They're coming for you, Becca.
Awkward. So, giant takes 6 points of damage. As the hand axe kind of embeds itself into the peck of the giant, he looks down and grabs it, rips it out of his chest, and throws it down on the ground. At this point, just really pissed at the fact that you're attacking him. Where'd my calculator go? Okay. And now it is its turn. So
Boo.
it sees
Good
the
luck,
small,
Thor!
the small dwarf in front of him, and he is going to take both of his great club attacks and swing it right down at you.
I'm too pretty to die.
And first one is a natural 20.
Oh no!
By cutting words.
Oh, good thing we used cutting words.
I used cutting
So
words.
second. Okay. So the first one hits,
There's a
and
plus
then
8? Shit.
That's not gonna lower down If I roll it.
Well, it's not a natural 20. Well, I don't
It
know.
is, yeah. Natural
would-
20, I think, does that ignore? I can down the other one.
I'll let
Should
you
we
use
ask
it on
chat
the
people?
on the second one. Actually,
Well, unless you
To
roll,
die.
let's use your inspiration die even at 8. I think it's a D6,
It's
right?
a D6.
Yeah, he can't even lower enough to
I can't lower it enough. That's not gonna help.
to get below 20.
no.
get a hit.
So, all right. So, both hit, right? The second one of the 23 hits as well.
They both hit.
Okay. So you see this first one comes down right on top of you, like straight, like head on, not even like any side swing or anything, just straight down on top of you. And that one,
Nice.
Oh, the fuck, you're not dying.
14 double
Yeah,
because
hard-
it was a natural 20. Is
Just kidding.
was that 28?
On the first hit.
And then
On the first hit. Oh no.
the second
I'm
one.
unconscious. I'm only level 3. I have 26 hit points.
Oh no.
Well, then the second one comes down, and you actually, after the first one comes down and hits,
No.
you see your dwarf just go limp on the ground.
Probably in half.
And then you see the second attack, and he takes a side swing, baseball style, and actually sends you flying towards the boulder to your right. So I'm gonna
Oh, you can.
drop you over here. You don't hit the boulder, but you do move. That second hit is one failed death throw.
Yep.
Death
Oh no. Oh, this sounds very familiar, Charles. Excuse me. Move on.
Not Thornton.
So now you have Thordrin unconscious.
Dramatically,
um,
Betty falls out of my pocket and pulls on the front and opens up and just starts leaking out on the ground.
We're now going back to the top of the
yeah.
initiative. So Ross, you're up.
All right. Well, I can't get to him, so I take. Oops. So I take another step. Can I move 10 feet so that I'm in front of him? So that I have a better angle, so that I'm not shooting at Aldrich.
You can. What's your movement?
You can arc it.
30 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say this giant is like his size
Okay.
class is huge.
Then I don't move. I stay there.
He's a giant target.
And
Oh.
I notch. I get it. And I
Stop
notch
it.
another arrow. And I attack again.
Okay.
I once again aim for. Actually, no. I aim for his chest, and I cast Ensnaring Strike.
And what does that do?
Hang on. 15.
You hit.
Sweet.
I don't
Okay.
know these things.
No, I'm about to tell you. Okay, and I also cast Ensnaring Strike as I hit. And it's I think it has yes, this is fine. Next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, thorny vines appear at the point of impact, and target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends. Large or larger creatures, so he's gonna have advantage, but if
He has
he
advantage
doesn't,
to break it.
yeah, but if he doesn't succeed, then he's tangled. He's tangled in vines.
Okay, so it's a strength.
Yes, and I also get to roll my 1d6 for
Hunter's
Hunter's
Mark.
Mark.
Hunter's Mark. So,
What was
Oh.
DC?
oh shit, I don't know. How do I calculate my DC?
It should be your spell DC, so it should be 8 plus your proficiency plus whatever you're using for.
Your stat,
For
yeah.
Hunter's Mark.
Which would probably be wisdom for
Yeah. Yeah, wisdom, I think.
Okay, well, my wisdom is +2. He probably beat it.
So that's 14. So yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, he beat
So he takes all the
I
damage,
tried.
but he's not ensnared.
it. That's fine. He's still got,
So
5
Still took 18
3,
damage.
18 points of
Yes,
damage.
18 points.
And I yell, "Somebody shove a healing potion down the dwarf's throat!"
Right, healing potion. Healing
Through
potion.
my gritted, raging teeth, I yell, "I got it!" And then I
I'm about
I
to
was
say,
gonna
we've got
say,
the group
it
inventory.
is now Wee's turn. So,
We've
Uh,
got healing potions. We've
I
got a
have
couple.
one, yeah. So I move up next to my unconscious dwarven friend, and I just fucking rage feed him a healing potion. So here, have that.
is that just a regular?
That's the only one. I have
Standard.
that in my personal inventory, yeah, potion of healing.
Rage feeding. I'm not sure I wanna. Anyway,
It's violent. I might have chipped a tooth.
Yeah, you might be missing a tooth, but now you can whistle better, so that's fine. You take, you
First
get
time.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Come on. Big money, no whammies. 6.
So
Okay.
The
So,
most average of rolls.
well, you are not unconscious.
Oh crap!
However,
That was
You
a
still
bad
have-
idea.
one failed death saving throw until the end of this
Oh, I know.
battle.
I feel
Okay.
closer to death.
Can I help him to his feet?
Alright. So,
Can I do that?
as you guys are kind of watching, you see this, you're a gnome, right?
Yes.
I still don't, okay, yeah. I'm gonna keep wanting to call you a halfling, but I was like, it's a gnome. Anyway, so you
That's
see the
racist.
gnome kind of like get under the dwarf's arm and help prop him back up. Thordrin,
No.
as you're coming back up, you immediately and almost instinctively, in a kind of weird way, grab for your flask
Oh, I always know
that
where
had
Betty
fallen,
is.
fallen out of your
I always
pocket.
know where Betty is.
It's
And
a
you
long
just-
story.
You down whatever was left after it had spilled.
Oh, that feels better. Alright, that's.
And then I give him a kick in the butt and tell him to get out of my way. And then turn around and face
Out
the
of my
guy.
way!
great. You just healed him and he just passed out from getting kicked in the butt.
I
That
didn't think this through.
While you're raging.
I'd say you could have a bonus action because technically, like, the movement and actually like helping him up and giving him the potion would count as an action.
Okay.
But
I
because
don't
you're
think I can do
raging,
anything. Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
you
have any.
can't- You don't have any ranged weapons because you threw your axe.
That would
Um,
also be a regular action.
That's true. I forget how rage works. I don't remember. I don't play barbarian, obviously. It is now Tuck
And
and
yet, the
Thor's
love of your
turn.
life.
Alright. Well,
Get
I
out.
am just
Love
going
you.
to, run over this way. While I'm doing that,
Beast.
I'm playing on my lute. Where have all the good gnomes gone, and where are all the gods? Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? And I'm looking at
Wow.
I'm looking at Wayrin as I'm running away, and I'm giving him 6 of inspiration for saving my
Yep,
life.
that would do
Nice.
it.
1d6.
Alright. So, as you're doing that, Tuck, who at this point had been fairly quiet, just watched Thordrin get squished. And you see her instinctively reach up to her head and kind of slide down that eagle mask. That boned eagle mask that she
Of our
has.
girl.
What?
And She slides
our
it down
girl.
over her face, and you can kind of see her eyes start to get, her pupils start to get very, very small, and she goes into a rage. She then is going to charge the giant with her double-handed great axe, and I believe
Gotta remember, I'm the healer. Healer.
You're the healer. Good to know I saved you.
I forgot that we don't have a healer.
she
Right,
got to get a
is
healer.
going to
Where is
take
Percy?
a swing at the giant.
Doug just tweeted, "What the hell is going on?" Because I tweeted,
Is she watching?
I tweeted, "Thorgrin down, Thorgrin down."
Alright,
No.
so
No, Tuck.
Tweet her back and tell her that. No.
So she came running and charged right up into the face of the giant, and she swings, but she was just far enough away that as she swung, the axe just barely misses his gut. And she swings, but in a rage, she is just in its face and very pissed off. Almost going like toe to toe with it, over the fact that it almost just killed one of her allies, her friends. And so she is now right in the face of it. Reed, it is now your turn.
Alright, okay, let's just... It's too many shots for one target, let's just focus on getting one to hit. That'll be... And
I believe
bring
in
up
you.
a firebolt and attempt to hit him.
At 15 hits.
Yay.
Hopefully.
Yes, 15 hits, yes. So it's 8 damage?
Yes, of fire.
Awesome.
Is he going to explode again?
I can make him explode.
Yes, please.
So,
Now she's firing. We'll get you another one. This time don't break it.
so
You broke it.
as
Shouldn't break them, see?
your tiefling from behind just kind of creates this magical energy in his hands, and you guys at this point know what it looks like. The fireball forms in his hand, and he just hurls it straight at the giant, and it hits him right in the shoulder.
All about the
And
animations.
he takes 8 points of fire damage. Kind of stumbles back a little bit, and seems to have forgotten the half-orc who is sitting right in front of him for the time being. It is now Aldrich and Seth's turn. Unless, Reed, did you want to do anything else? Move or anything?
No, I'm quite content to stay as far away from the monster as possible. Thank you.
That's a smart
Alright.
idea. I wish I thought of that.
Oh shit! Never mind.
Well thought, Reed. Well thought.
So, Aldrich and
I
Seth
agree.
are up.
God damn it. Okay. Fuck. I can't do what I want now.
Aldrich,
because
we need some seatbelt combo action.
I can't
next
get
time
there
I
this
get my
turn
turn.
because that takes half my movement to get up.
Oh god, that's right. I forgot
Prone.
you're prone.
Yes.
Alright, so I can move 15 feet forward. It's 20. That's 15 feet, so I can move there. And then we are going to... Where does that thingamajig go? Oh, wait. Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
While you were going, or while you were thinking...
Well, I was just about to cast.
Okay, go ahead. Never mind.
So as I pull myself up off the ground, spitting mud out, drawing my sword, and no one hits the dwarf but me.
Aw.
And
So sweet.
oh my god, fucking
What is
seriously?
happening?
So he's gonna make a 13 DC on save
Oh
On
my
a dex save.
god.
On the dex,
on a dex.
Tiny little
well,
spark
he is
hits him in the eye.
a -1, so he doesn't make the save.
All right, so it sets him on fire.
Ah,
Sick.
So he only takes one damage,
What?
but it sets him on fire.
Well,
Oh,
he's
and
now on fire.
Excellent.
I'm gonna just remember that. Currently on fire.
So
So he only takes 1 damage for now. And then I'll roll for additional fire damage at the end of every turn.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a D6 or if he doesn't put himself out.
A what?
It's a D6 if he doesn't put himself out.
Okay. So as you're doing this, you kind of you almost like look to your side and you see that Seth, his eyes are full of concern, and then the concern kind of feigns into anger, and he is actually going to use his action surge to move
Oh, no.
double his movement. And Seth, not the giant.
Yeah, I
Seth,
thought the giant was going. I
no.
was like,
Seth
oh,
is
RIP
using
Tuck.
his action surge to double his movement
That's
to gain the
okay.
additional action, and then he's going to as he gets closer, he's using I don't know if I can actually do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I think it'll
You're
be
the
cool. And I'm the
Go
DM,
for it.
so
Go
as
for it.
he reaches up to the giant, he actually takes his hand and he kind of whispers a word. And as he touches the giant's leg, you see this spark of purple lightning energy erupt from his hand. He is going to try and use Shocking Grasp on him. I need to spell though, because I don't have it. Hold on.
So thanks to everyone in Twitch for coming to watch us.
Yes, thank you.
Watch us all die.
Watch me. Wow, so far it was just me.
What the heck
What
was
was
that?
that?
That was. There's a vent outside of my house. Don't worry about it. Okay,
It's fine.
so it's a melee attack.
Go, Seth.
And he rolled a 3.
Oh,
Seth.
What is
so-
this?
You kind of
typical new
you,
guy.
You see
Hey.
the purple energy
Typical
kind of
knight.
spark and spun, but
Yeah.
the giant doesn't seem to be affected by it at all. And Seth kind of has the oh shit look on his face, and just kind of like leans back. He can't go anywhere. So now him and Tuck are up in the face of this giant.
No.
And it's now the giant's turn.
No. That's my
he-
best friend.
Again is gonna use both of his club attacks. However, first one he's gonna swing backhand towards Seth, and see if he can hit him.
Better fucking miss.
He might not be infected.
Roll a one. Roll a one.
That ain't one.
He just barely hits Seth. So you see Seth kind of take the club right into his gut, and this club is huge, but he takes it and kind of doubles over.
This is fantastic! It's so great!
And he takes
Oh
14
man.
points of damage. Where did my pencil go?
Shut the door.
don't
I
know
see
where-
this, right? I can see it.
Yes.
I yell his name.
Alright.
Is it
And
like
then-
a con yell?
No.
Come on!
This is, and then after he swings it backhand, he's swinging it forward to try and hit Tuck. And that
Oh.
definitely hits.
Oh no.
Shit. Is running away an option?
Just died. I don't want to die again.
She takes 10 points of damage.
Oh, and I read that wrong. It's 3d6 if he doesn't put himself out.
Okay.
Good.
So
Maybe
he
he'll just
actually is
burn
going to
himself.
take that because he didn't.
It's just on fire, murdering.
She's
her.
like, "Ah!"
Yes,
We
apparently.
set the
All that
giant on
initial
fire.
Yeah, man, now the ah.
Murdering us.
I lost my pencil. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're good. You said 3d6?
Yeah, 3d6 of fire damage. Because he didn't put himself out.
So he takes.
Oh my god!
What is? The
What's
ones.
happening?
The ones are like infested us tonight. God.
Okay.
You have been
Awful.
beaten.
Okay, Twitch, fess up. Which one of you's Wheaton?
Yeah, there's a Wheaton in this chat.
Which one of you's?
It's
which one
because
of
they
you's
sat at the same table as
Talas.
Taliesin. And I think Talison's here.
Is it?
Which is, we have an executive goth in the chat, so if that's you, Taliesin, hi, thanks for joining us.
Wait, for realsies?
Yes. But anyway, let's
Oh.
keep getting murdered.
Yeah,
Anyways,
let's
yeah.
continue the
So-
murder.
Yeah.
It is now back. Top of initiative. Ross, you're up.
Ross.
Your best
Okay.
friend just got hit and
Yes, he did.
knocked over, pretty much.
And I immediately, and I yell his name, Seth, and I angrily pull out another arrow, and I attack again, and I'm very set. And that does
Oh.
hit, but it's not
It
very
does
good
hit.
damage. But I
However,
What's
still
Hunter's
got,
mark?
I've still got Hunter's Mark damage, so
Hunter's Mark,
one
Hunter's Mark.
second I'm avenging my best friend. And it's only a fucking 2. Anyway, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage is better than none.
Very much better than none. And I take bonus action and I yell, "Don't you die on me, you idiot!"
He kind of, as he's doubled over, looks back at you and he goes, "Yeah, okay."
My turn now, right?
Yes, we is your turn.
Oh my god, I
Alright.
cannot believe it's Halsey.
So I can finally move up into the giant's face,
Yes.
and due to my barbarian totem is the wolf, while I'm raging, everyone has advantage against enemies that are within 5 feet of me, so we all have advantage on this thing now.
There
Do I
you
get that
go.
whenever do I get that whenever it's my turn again?
If
Yeah,
you're
as
within
long
5
as I-
feet.
If you're
As
within
long as
5
I'm in
feet.
5 feet.
Oh, wait, you're within 5 feet. Okay.
I'm fine with where I'm at. Thank you.
Alright, so now I'm gonna attack it with my longsword. Boom.
An
Oh,
11 does not hit,
Oh,
unfortunately. So you just kind of
Wait, don't
you
you
stab
get
Do we
him.
have
advantage?
advantage? Do you get advantage?
no, I think everyone else has advantage.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check.
Well, it makes sense. He doesn't benefit from his own.
If
Well, that would
everybody
be-
else does.
Yeah.
That's fine.
While you're raging, your friends have advantage on melee attacks. Okay.
Okay, so it's just us. Well, not
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
melee, but
Okay, so you go and you kind of
Exploration.
it's almost like poking, like almost like a marshmallow. It doesn't really do anything. Except now he kind of glanced down at you. And he's looking rough and really pissed.
I spit on him.
Okay. He's growls a little bit more. And kind of gets into this like almost like a fighting stance with his club at the ready.
How tall is the giant? Because I'm 3'5". So I just wanna.
Oh no!
I just
He
wanna
is-
picture.
He is a huge creature.
That's
like-
fine.
His creature description is huge. So like
I
great.
think that's over 15 feet.
That's okay. I'm raging. I take half damage.
so now
Hopefully.
it's Tuck and Thor's turn.
Oh fuck! That's right.
Yeah, come on. Remember what I sing. I
Yeah.
sang Bonnie Taylor, for Christ's sake. You should have been inspired.
I forgot I have inspiration.
Bonnie Tyler, you should have been inspired.
That's fine.
Alright, it's my turn.
Use it. You got it.
Can I?
Yes.
I can
and
use
no,
it?
you can't use it. No.
Oh, okay, got
No.
it.
Haha, so-
Next turn.
Next turn.
Remember that. Remember that shit. So Tuck immediately is just she's taking her great axe and just swinging at the thing. Doesn't even care. Oh wait, I can.
She has advantage.
Yep. Well, she needed it. And she hits the second. She hits with advantage. So you
Thank
see your half orc just right into the side of this giant, and you immediately start seeing blood pouring out of him. He
Yeah, we
then
do.
takes.
Come on, big money, no whammies.
Eight points of damage.
Not
All right.
terrible. Not
It's
terrible.
not bad. It's not bad.
And she's actually going to take a step back from him as
Good
well.
girl.
Not out of range because his range is huge, but she is at least backing up just a little bit to give herself room. Thor, what are you doing?
Right, I shake it off. I just died.
Shake it in.
I'm back.
Shake it in.
I look at the dwarf straight in the eye. Don't have my drums, so I can't really play. But I'm like, and I say loudly, and I say proudly, you're a tiny giant. And I cast bait.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Nice.
so I have to
Charisma save.
charisma save.
If a giant has high charisma, I'm calling bullshit.
It just
Yeah.
he has a -2.
Yes.
So there's that.
Boom. Nailed it.
And so now
Giant.
every attack or saving throw, he
It's-
subtracts a 1d4.
Yeah, he does.
And it's the attack roll, not damage, right?
Right.
Yeah, just the roll.
Okay.
Wrecked.
All right.
Alright, so, anything else, Thor?
As my bonus action, I would like to pass on inspiration. My last inspiration.
Oh.
To Tuck.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm just like, if a problem comes along, you must kill it!
Nice. Nicely done.
Great.
I approve.
I sort of move over here.
Reed, it is now your turn.
Okay.
Hanging
Just
in
like
the
last
back.
time, staying way out of range of the giant. He's not out of mine. Okay. Just like last time, just hit him with this fire thingy.
Go ranged fighters, man. Oh,
Advantage?
You
Nope, he has to be 5
he's
feet.
not.
Oh, it's
nope.
5 feet.
has to be
Oh, it's
melee.
melee. It's melee attacks.
It's melee attacks. Yeah.
However, a 13 does hit.
So he'll
Oh my
take,
god.
So,
but he won't take the 10 or the extra 4, just the 6.
so just 6.
Yes.
Okay. So again, he is still currently on fire. And at the same time, you send another firebolt careening towards him. And it explodes. The leather plate that he had on his shoulder at this point has been scorched and is starting to fall off in different places.
Damn right.
And he is looking rough. Still standing, but definitely not a happy camper at this point. It's now Aldrich and Seth's turn.
Finally,
Um,
I can.
Fuck his shit up, you guys. Fuck his shit up.
Okay, finally in melee range.
Ultrix got
Yes, advantage. Use it.
Advantage.
Ultrix a
So
beast.
swing.
I like Reed and I all
That is
the
a crit in
way.
there.
Nat 20.
But you rolled a 1
Nice.
on damage. No.
That was 10 damage.
10
And
damage.
then, since I hit, we are going to use pack attack, which means I roll a d8 and add the damage to that.
Damn.
Go, Witcher.
Witcher
6, so
Ranger.
that's 16 damage. And anyone who attacks him to the beginning of my next turn gets that 6 added onto their damage.
Okay.
Wow.
You might get nerfed.
Yeah.
No, this. Never mind. Forget it.
Seth is melee. Seth might use melee.
Hopefully.
He is going to. Oh, I didn't want it. Sorry. Nope.
Everything's on fire.
everywhere.
He's doing the same thing. He's actually following Tuck's lead, and he takes out his great axe and takes a swing at the other side of the giant. And he hits.
With advantage, though. Just crit. Why not? Try for a crit.
All right.
Crit
Nope.
fish.
Nope.
Alright, worth it.
And because it's two-handed, it's a D12.
Yes.
So 9 points of damage plus 6.
That's 15.
David, oh my god. That was the best thing in the Twitch chat.
What happened?
You reminded me I'm not a projectile.
What happened?
So, you see Seth take his axe, and it embeds itself in the side of this giant. He actually kind of has to, like, almost stick his foot on the giant and pull back out to get it out. And as he does, you see intestines starting to
Oh,
pour
shit.
out.
That's a
inside
good
of this
sign.
giant.
I think that's a good sign.
And he looks down and
Usually
like
it
takes
is,
his hand, takes
And
his
he's on
hand
fire.
and puts his hand right here. He's still at this point. It is now his turn, and realizing that he's on fire, kind of like trying to awkwardly, like as he's holding in his intestines,
Discuss
he's
him
like
and-
patting himself out. And that's his turn. So now we're back to the top, and it would be Ross.
I take out another arrow.
Long
and-
range.
What?
I said ranged attacks, yeah. That's what you're good at.
Alright. Okay, and I attack. And I throw, and I notch it, and I get a 20, and I have 11 damage, and I rolled the
It doesn't
damage.
matter. How do you want to do this?
Hey, nice.
I got 16 points of damage. I pull my arrow back, and I look at and I take a glance at Seth, and I look at the giant, and I aim right for his stupid ugly face, and I say, you're not taking another one from me. And I let the arrow fly.
And as you do, you see everybody else, you see your half-elven ranger from behind you just yell out, "You're not taking another one!" Release her arrow. And the giant almost watches it as it comes, and it just right through his eye, out the back of his skull.
Wow.
And it doesn't go the whole way through, so it's actually like half sticking out like this, sort of, where it's like in his skull, and you just kind of see him like stumble for a second,
Oh
and
god,
then
fall
collapse
backwards.
backwards onto his shoulders, club falling at his side, and you have just slain
I
a
begin
hill
playing-
giant.
I begin
Ross the
playing
Giant
Another One Bites the
Slayer.
Dust on the bagpipes.
What?
I begin playing Another One Bites the Dust on the bagpipes, and I look just completely frazzled. Like that, I just do not want to fight anymore. As I'm playing Another One Bites the Dust, half-heartedly, sort of like,
I run away from this 15-foot giant toppling over.
Pretty sure.
I wait
like,
till it's the ground, then I pull out my knife, and I'm just like,
I'm pretty sure, per
I'm
usual,
going-
Tuck and
Yes.
Aldrich are like.
Gonna
cutting
split
it.
up the body parts.
exactly. I
Yeah,
think we're supposed to
Tuck
save
wanted-
teeth
Tuck
and
wanted some stuff.
teeth and bones. I think she said we're supposed to
Yeah, I
save for bracers.
Tuck wants body parts.
Okay. Mark down whatever for this. You get whatever you want as
just gonna
far
put
as body
giant
parts
parts.
go.
I need it for
Um,
potions.
And then
I
whatever
would like to take
Tuck
its
wanted-
testicles.
It's all right. I remove them and toss them at him.
Okay.
That's
I don't wanna hold
disgusting,
them.
guys. Come on.
Keep them.
Make sure that you are marking this down for whatever you
This is
want.
the giant that killed me.
That's
That's a
true.
good point.
I want his balls.
Knocked you unconscious. You didn't die.
I felt like I was dying, dear. I saw lots of things.
Well, it's dead now.
Plus,
and
I think I sobered up, and that's just. Oh no.
That's unfortunate. We gotta fix that.
I walk over and I kind of clap a hand onto Seth's back, and I say, "How you doing there? You feeling all right?"
He kind of looks over at you and he's like, I am so going home. This is stupid, and I hate this. Why? Never mind. And he kind of like shrugs you off. Like, you know that he needs like a few minutes,
Yeah.
but he kind of like walks away.
Did your friend want me to Did your friend want me to help? I go over to Thordrin,
Yeah,
prestidigitation, and clean him up as best I can. You want me to? Would your friend want me to do that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Go for it.
Don't
Everyone.
do any magic near me. And he's not even looking at you. He's just has his back turned as he's like walking away. He's like, don't do it.
Seth, it's nah.
Well, I'm gonna take this time to. After I've done that, I sit down and I just start playing a healing song of rest. Everyone. And I go
What
to
does that do?
my go-to healing song. Hang on, I'll do it. We get knocked down, but we get up again. No, you're never gonna keep us down. We get knocked down, but we get up again. No, you're never gonna keep us down.
I have nothing to say to that.
Feel the healing power of my words.
I
Yeah.
get knocked down.
Seth, this is good for you. You should
I get
listen.
up again. No, you're never gonna keep down, Seth. Get knocked down.
Well, Seth gets the one because he's only half.
So as Thordrin's singing this epic tune, I'm gonna walk up and hang a necklace with an ogre tooth around his neck.
Nice.
Prefer the balls, but
The balls are going to rot. That's not. And I half-heartedly pound him on the back of the head as I walk by.
I mean, take a look at the scale here. I mean, they're probably as big as we.
I'm good with that. Small tooth,
At least.
baby tooth.
Well, no, I mean the other
Oh,
requested trophy.
The,
Yes.
the balls.
Basketball.
wear that on my neck.
Oh my god.
A rotting testicle.
Anyway,
That's-
The Flavor Flav of D&D.
That's
Of
nice.
testicles.
Yes.
Why am I missing a tooth?
so
Wait a minute, I'm missing a tooth, everyone! Hold on!
I
That-
don't
that
think you're going to find it, Aldrin. I have that feeling.
I don't remember missing a tooth.
When you know when I saved your life?
See?
Yeah, I think I broke a tooth off.
Seth looks back and he's like, quit whining, you big baby.
We should have drink together,
Can I s-
man.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll buy you more alcohol. Because
That
we
one.
survived.
Drink. I thought we
Oh.
had something special, Mr. Chaos.
Oh,
He
that
kind
one? Or me?
He's talking to Seth.
Seth.
Um,
he called me
oh.
a
Seth's
baby.
last name is Chaos.
Got it. I thought it was because I made a rebellion.
He's kind of just sitting there, and he's like has his hands on his head.
I sang you a song. We drank together. To be brothers.
Oh.
You can almost see him like visibly like sigh, and he's like, you know what?
I give him a look.
It's like, you guys all fought well. I'm impressed, and I'm glad that Ross has found such great company to be in, especially at this time. I have some other pressing matters that I need to attend to, but Ross, it was nice to see you again.
I say wait, and I run up to him and I take him by the arm and I kind of lead him away from the rest of the group, and I start talking to him and I say, do you have any news? Do you have anything?
I don't have any.
There's just desperation in my eyes.
Not yet. That's where I'm headed. I just received a message, and he kind of pulls out a small piece of parchment that you can see is the text on it is slowly disappearing. It was definitely like some kind of magical note. He's like, I just got a lead that may help us out. I don't know any of the details. I have to go meet up with the rest of the gang, and we're gonna go check it out.
Do you want me to come? Can I? Is it something I should go? Is it something I should come with?
If we find anything, I'll send it for you. You seem to have a good group of people. We could probably use them along the way. But I don't want you to worry right now. We will find him. I promise.
I nod. And I say, are you taking Ella with you?
Who? My bad.
Oops.
What a dramatic pause.
Are you actually asking me who?
Yes?
Oh, Ella Cleek. My other rogue character.
Oh. He kind of looks at you, and he's like, she might be needed. I don't know yet.
If this is a solid lead, I want you to have as many allies as you can with you. Especially since I'm not going and I trust her.
I know. And you know that I do as well. But I don't want her to get hurt, and I don't want you to get hurt either. The boys and I will take a look at it first. We'll see where it goes from there. I promise. And he kind of he takes your hand and brings you closer. I promise if we find him or find any trace at all that it could potentially be him, I will send for you. I promise.
I close my eyes and I take a second and I just kind of breathe out and I say, all right, just be safe. I'm not losing any more of you. All right.
He just kind of nods, and he glances back over your shoulder to the rest of your party. He's like, I have to do something really quick, and then I'm gonna head out. And he kind of walks around you. He walks up to you, Thordrin, and he actually pulls a set of bracers out from his satchel on his side. You seem to be in need of these more than I would be. So here you go. And he hands you the set of bracers, which you can see has they're leather, but they have very nice, like, detailed work. And as you kind of turn them to the other side, you can see there's some sigils, like, embroidered into the underside of the leather bracers. You'll figure out what they do on your own.
Alright, well, I never like to take charity, so I'd like to offer you this. And I reach in through my bag and I pull out a small vial. Well, not small. It's a long, but it's like a test tube of liquid. And I'm like, This is Private Silver Stout. It's a very, very special and very potent spirit. I'd like you
My
to have
kind
one.
of guy.
And I'd like
I
you to have it.
see. Well,
Now
thank
it
you.
is Silver Stout, so be careful. And it's
Oh,
it's
don't worry.
it's specifically reserved for the family, so you might wanna. I know the Silver Stouts. They are. Just be careful.
It kind of gives you a look like
I
I'm
got
not
this.
kidding.
almost
Be
questioning
careful.
where you got it from, and then he just lets it go. He's like, okay, and he puts it into his own bag. He looks at the rest of you and he's like, I need to go now. I have business to attend to. Please be safe in your travels. Don't let this one die again. And he points to the dwarf.
I got it. We're good. These will
Kind of,
probably
he, like-
save me, right?
He whistles, and the hawk that had been kind of circling above comes down, and shoots out in front of him. And he looks back at you, Ross, for one more time, and just kind of nods, and then takes off
I
running
give him a solid military salute. Like
after the
pay
hawk
attention.
into the woods. You guys follow him for a little bit, like visually, and then he just disappears into the trees and the brush.
Look, I
I-
got shinies.
I hold on to the alchemist's fire around my neck, and I just hold on to it like I'm gonna almost crush it in my hand.
I walk up behind Ross,
And
sort of put a hand on the small back, and I'm just like, and I just sort of like stare off as well, because I sense something might be.
While everyone's having this very
Thank
heartfelt
you.
moment, can I search for my axe? That I stole over the giant?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a perception roll, just for fun.
Uh, Can I use investigation? Okay.
Do perception. Look, see,
Yeah,
you're
it
fine.
worked out.
Did you ever use
You,
my
you
inspiration?
searched for
by the
maybe
way?
like
Did you?
No, I didn't get another turn.
Oh, that's right. Ross killed it.
so. You search for about 2 minutes, and then you see it actually lying, like half sticking out from underneath its arm where it fell. So you kind of like, its arm is about half the size of you, like it's
Yeah.
huge. So you have to kind of like kick and pull and try and get it out from under its arm.
Is it one of these where like I'm holding onto it and my feet are up against its arm and I'm like trying
much,
to
yeah.
yank it out?
Yeah, it takes you a good like 2-3 minutes to actually pull it all the way out. And when it does, it kind of makes that like sound as you like
Gross.
move backwards. But now you have your hand axe back.
Score one for weed.
I I pat Thordrin on the shoulder, and I give him a very small smile, and I say thank you. And I walk over to the giant. I'm kind of trying to refocus and get back and get my head back. Do I get any arrows back? I think I lose 3.
So
Do I
you
get
get.
any of them?
I'll give you 2 back because the one he like legitimately crushed.
Yeah.
So I'll give you
So
2.
I can like pull the one that's out of his head back
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's a little bent at the end, but you know that you can fix that pretty easily.
Yeah. Sweet.
So did I see Thordrin give Chaos the private stock?
I was over here pouting, so I don't know.
That's what I'm asking the DM. Did I?
I'd say okay. I'd say yes, only because the way that he went about doing it, he kind of announced that he was handing it to him. So
I kind of did.
you may not have like been paying super close attention, but it caught enough of your interest that you definitely noticed it.
Okay, I'm gonna pull him aside and just very harshly whisper in his ear, "You're giving out the private stock. How much do you have left?"
Oh, Plenty left. What are you talking about? It's
Plenty?
fine. I have like 12.
Come on, Iron Round. You went through 15 in one night.
What? It's not like I can't get more. I have my ways. I know it's really hard right now, but I could get more.
Good. You've run out. We're gonna have a
Drugs?
problem.
Did you give my friend drugs?
No,
At this
alcohol.
point-
That's legal.
Are you guys far enough away that she wouldn't have heard this anyway?
Oh, I
Yeah,
pulled
we're
part
trying.
of the way.
Yeah,
It
we
was
don't
like-
want.
Okay.
We don't want.
That was just Danny.
that was just
acting.
okay.
That wasn't
So-
Roz. I would have said it in accent if it was Roz.
So while they go off and talk together, I'm gonna pull Reed aside, and I'm just gonna say, "Look, man, I don't know what's going on, but like a lot of people are pulling people aside and talking to each other. So I just wanted to let you know that I think you did a great job in this battle. So good job." And I walk back over. I should check my intelligence. That may have been out of character. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Gnomes.
I'm crying. That's
You're welcome.
Hayate's just sitting there wagging his tail.
Oh, I
Like,
forgot about Hayate.
I give him a pet. Is Speak with Animals still active? Probably not.
I think
No.
Damn
it lasts
it.
for a minute.
I still pet him. I think it lasts for like 10 minutes.
Oh no,
Actually.
it does last a while.
Um,
Oh.
but still, I think it's definitely been like 10 minutes by now.
If we
I
properly
I
process-
absentmindedly pet his head, still kind of staring off into the sky, and I look down at him and I smile and I'm like, they'll be back.
I don't know about you guys, but I need a rest. And I wander off into these bushes.
Wait, now?
You're just gonna pass out here in the middle of the forest.
I'm in bushes.
What time of day is it?
At this
Yeah.
point, it is
We went all
the
night.
sun is just about rising.
Yeah, it's been like.
Oh.
Yeah.
'Cause we tracked
You guys
the gnolls all night last time.
are definitely due for a long rest.
Did this thing that we fought, was that what we were supposed to fight?
There's the pack leader for the gnolls is still not here. But we don't know if the rumor
I don't
was-
remember what we were hunting.
We came up here because they had the rumor in Timberside that they were expecting like attack that was
the knoll that we,
big-
that we
yeah,
fought.
but bigger than-
was that an enemy?
but bigger than normal. I thought we had tracks where we saw there was a bigger like a
Yeah, there
pack-
should be one more.
like the pack leader. Sing.
That
And-
wasn't the giant?
If you recall, no, like there was, like Seth, when you guys first found Seth, he had basically explained that there was 4 gnolls in total. 3 of them were like the flunkies, which are what the 3 that you killed,
Yeah,
and there was a pack leader.
yeah.
Got it.
So we haven't
Okay.
killed the pack leader yet.
He wasn't here.
Correct. Yeah, he hasn't showed up yet.
So we still need to find him. Well, then probably the best bet is to go back to their camp there, and then in turns, and then take watches in turns and see if the pack leader shows back up.
I'm in these bushes
We
asleep.
could do that.
Which is right here. We're right at the camp. Fire's right here.
Okay, yes, then we go over to that area and make camp there. Again, somebody staying up and watching in turns and see if the leader comes back. And if not, then we rest and then we continue hunting in the morning.
From the bushes, I yelled, "That sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna take first rest."
Yes, of course you are, Aldrin, don't worry.
And
I'll take if we're gonna do that, I'll take first watch when we get there.
Oh, I was gonna suggest that I do, but that's fine. I actually lean over to Wee and I say, actually, I would really love to take first watch.
Okay.
At this point,
Thank you.
you saw that Tuck had already like walked back down the hill, and is now like laying down next to where the fire
Tuck
pit
and
was,
I know what's going on.
and just
Tuck is already out.
I'm already out in the hugging Betty
Oh.
and dreaming of not dying.
I set up where I can kind of see most of the forest, and I set Hayate to prowl, to do a watch, and I just sort of stop my watch, thinking and paying attention and allowing myself to have this time to myself.
While we're sitting here, what do you want the order of the watch to be?
Well, I need to be awake at some point this night, so I'll take second.
Okay.
I have to do things.
And then maybe third we,
Sure, that works for me.
since you wanted to do one.
Yeah, I was gonna do it because I don't have spells or anything, and I didn't get sleep, so I had the most.
As long as I get some sleep, I should be
I
fine.
need to get my
I don't have
airplanes.
spells, so I can have interrupted sleep.
Can I take this failed death
Reed
save off
definitely
my
needs to
thing?
sleep.
Yes, you can
Reed
take
definitely
the
needs to sleep, and
don't like
Soldier
looking at
definitely
it.
needs to sleep.
I'm not looking at like.
You can breathe easy, Thorn.
Oh, it's clear that failed death save is gone. That was the worst thing ever to happen to me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. He crit it, and I was trying to do something crazy. I kind of forget that I'm the healer of the group, so I should probably stay back and just sing songs.
Yes.
And just sing songs.
It
Yeah,
worked fine when
please.
or when it was Aldrich and me back in the day, but maybe I should focus on
Tuck
it being in a
is
group.
going to take fourth watch. And between the four of you, you can
Fourth meal.
make it last the whole night.
Okay.
And each get adequate sleep anyway.
Perfect.
So, Ross, you, on your watch, the sun, like I said, the sun is rising. So,
Oh, that's right.
you guys are trying to sleep during the daytime is the other thing.
Oh,
However, with the tree covers, it's dark enough that you, especially after having a battle just like that, you guys
we're probably exhausted.
pass out no problem.
That's the first time I've
so-
slept during the day.
On your watch, Ross, nothing eventful happens. You're just kind of sitting there. You have Hayate at your side, and you are just kind of absent-mindedly, like looking at the trees and up towards the sky, and kind of scanning the canopy of the tree line, almost hoping for something to show up. But you know that it's not going to happen as fast as you would like it to.
I want results. They're not gonna happen though. I'm a realistic lady.
Your watch passes without any incident. The sun continues to rise in the sky. At the end of yours, you kind of go over and you poke Aldrich, and he gets up for watch.
Still time.
And you kind of cuddle up next to Hayate.
Oh, you're so snuggly.
Aldrich, your watch, the sun at this point. Oh, there's a doggy.
There's the half-ass crew mascot.
Come on,
That's my girl. That's my girl.
come on.
By the way, Dustin,
Yes.
I totally have an Arya scar.
You do have a scar from her? Oh, poor thing.
No, I love it. It's my Arya love mark.
Oh my goodness.
Twitch stream, this is my
That's
dog,
phrasing, first off.
Arya Stark. I did the Twitch stream.
Stream.
So, DM, since you don't specifically have to be asleep during long rests, can we kind of just be, taking stock of his physical abilities and perhaps seeing if they have improved in any way? As in, have we leveled up at all?
Yes, exactly. Come on, we fought a giant.
Well
You need to
approached.
calm yourself because I was gonna get
just
there.
Okay. I'm just flexing because I'm so
yourselves.
muscly as a barbarian.
We're focusing. We're focusing. I go to sleep and I'm cuddling Hayate. It's Aldrich's turn.
I'm making potions while I do my
Proceed.
watch.
I'm sleeping. Shit. Stay up.
So I'm gonna have
Sorry, I'm
you
balancing
make
this on
a
my leg.
perception check, Aldrich.
Perception. Roll. Survey says 13.
You, because it's daytime, and you're just kind of keeping an eye out. As you're sitting there on your watch with your companions kind of falling and asleep beside you, Wee's kind of checking out his muscles on the side there, like.
It's X, Giant X.
You kind of look up, and over the top of one of the bushes over here, you can see that.
Yeah.
You see the resemblance of you see like almost the hyena ears. However,
Of the pack.
you can see like from here up, like on his snout. So you make eye contact with him.
Look to your left and right.
And I want you to go ahead and make an intimidation check. Just straight intimidation.
Ooh, look how happy he looks.
This is like your thing, right?
Well, I mean, it's okay, but that means I get to use I get to use spells. Because it's like on a reaction spell I can use. On reaction, I can, where is it? Axie. I can, as a reaction, I get an advantage on intimidation checks because I can make myself look more menacing.
Yep, you can do that.
Homebrew classes, you so dope.
Okie dokie,
Homebrew
so
classes.
big money, no whammies. 15.
So you almost like stare this guy down, like you're basically daring him to come after you, and you using your like Witcher abilities, the way that you present yourselves, you kind of almost sit up taller, and you're like staring him down right into his eyes, and he like looks at you, and his ears kind of twitch a little bit, and then go back, and he just kind of slinks away. You spot him in between the bushes here, and his tail is literally between his legs. 3 of his pack buddies their corpses are still on the ground in that general area.
Surrounded by the corpses of his friends.
And
Huck's probably sleeping on one.
he also had the dead hill giant. So at this point, you can pretty much assume that he knows that this battle is lost, and there's no point in even trying anything. And he heads off in the direction opposite of where the town is. Not to say that it wouldn't come back at a later date, but you feel very confident in the fact that he's not going to be bothering the town anytime soon. Especially with 3 of his buddies dead.
Was it sad the first thing you said I sit taller? I was thinking it was the Gandalf Bilbo Baggins thing. That's all I thought.
So then the rest of your watch passes. I'm not even gonna have Wee and Tuck go. It passes without any incident. You guys all get your full rest. Spells are back. You heal. If you wanna. I'm trying to think. If you want to use hit dice to heal, by the time you wake up, it's like 6, 7 in the evening, and so by the time that midnight then hits, you're gonna get your hit dice back. So,
well, if we took a long rest, we should heal anyway, right?
I think it's.
I think it's you heal proficiency plus level naturally per day.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Yeah, like you don't get it all back just because you took a long rest.
Yeah, I think you get either your proficiency plus your level or just proficiency back normally every day. Then you spend hit die to get more.
What's our perfect?
Yeah.
The more you know.
2. So 5 plus a hit die. Really?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Well, that's the 3 comes. Oh, it comes from proficiency. No, I don't know.
At the end of a long rest, a character regains all lost hit points.
Oh,
Oh,
Really?
Wow.
Where is that
Yeah.
at? Because I need to remember that.
Oh, page 186. Character
Okay.
also regains spent hit dice up to a number of dice equal to half the character's total.
That
So you
one I
regain
did.
half your hit dice.
okay.
Okay, well then you are all back to full health. So there's that.
Phew, I was really, that was cutting it really close for me.
Yeah.
How about you, Reed?
Very concerned there.
I know you and I were just like in the thick of that.
range.
And yet Danny was the one that killed him.
Nailed it. That's what Rangers are for.
True.
It's in the name.
Literally
Yeah.
range.
Ranged fucking fighter, you guys. Guys, I killed a giant!
That was your first
Yeah,
kill, I
you
think,
did
right?
great.
Or how do you want to do this?
I'd like to look.
No, I think it was my second one. I think I killed something else.
I think it was the stalactite things.
Oh,
Yeah, I
right.
killed
Oh,
like,
the
the
dick.
whole, like,
The
black
ceiling
guy.
Killed the Umber Hulk.
Who killed the Umber Hulk? Tuck killed the Umber Hulk.
Tuck killed the Underhawk, and Reed killed the first thing we fought.
The
Do I
Goblin
know?
Captain.
Do I know what
Yeah.
bracers Seth gave me? Do I know what's going on with those?
You can check them.
I would like to check them.
You didn't do that yet.
I was.
You
I
can
was
you give them to Reed
traumatized.
and he can do an Arcana check?
I walk up to the. What can you make of these? My teeth.
Make a,
Do I know
make
what
a
they
brooch?
are?
Like make a
Is there
pterodactyl?
something of Seth's?
No,
Okay,
From
I
what
like
you
I like
assume-
the joke, but I meant like, are they special?
Ross, from what you assume, he probably just picked them up along the way. Somewhere.
They're not
I
like
will-
they're not like his or anything. I mean, I figured they weren't. I was just asking.
It's very nice. Anyway.
You knew this guy for like 4 hours.
Reed.
I am
Uh,
yes.
after looking at the sigils for
Oh, nice. Reed.
a few seconds, you know that these are bracers of defense. They require
That's so
attunement,
funny.
and while wearing these bracers, you gain a +2 bonus to AC if you are wearing no armor and using no shield.
I relay this information to him.
Well, I might take that as an insult, but after yes, or what day is it? After the last incident, I think I'll take.
They are quite useful to those
Did
that. Yes.
Did I hear all of this? Did I hear what Seth gave him? Because I would have been curious as to what it was.
Yeah, you are all at this point kind of like awake and standing around.
I
Defense?
laugh. I laugh and I say to Thorjan, I say, "Don't worry, it means he likes you."
Well, I like him too, or else I wouldn't have given him what I gave him, which was nothing
Well
special.
done.
Nothing special. But
So does
Uncle
Thordrin use armor?
have leather clothes.
Because okay, yeah, the general idea of these bracers.
So I
is
just
that
wear
if
them
you-
naked.
If you no. If you don't use armor, like for example, Reed, you don't have an armor on, right? You just have like robes.
Yes, I believe. That
So
is-
Reed, yeah. So like for him, he would get the +2 because he doesn't have any
Actually-
armor.
I do have leather armor.
Oh, do you?
That's weird. I'm used to
I
old.
kind of just yawn and like pat my just tunic chest with no armor on. Just like, weird. Yeah,
Barbarians don't usually have armor.
Exactly.
Are you just in like a loincloth? Like I
And I-
never really realized what we looks like.
They can have clothing.
Yeah.
Are you wearing? What are
Yeah,
you?
Totally wearing a badger skin and
Armor.
a loincloth, and that is
So
it.
let's go with that.
Are you wearing a, like? Is that one pic? Like that's how badger skin? It's like badger sized as you.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't tell Sizzlork to do that, but he did.
I liked
so.
it. I was like,
I
that
like it a
makes
lot
sense.
too, actually.
You're like a badger size.
Yeah, it works out. So sure,
That
I
is how
wear a
I'm
badger
picturing
pelt.
it. On
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's fine.
So,
badgers, we don't need no stinking badgers. Sorry. So
Anyway.
can I use these then?
you can, however, if you are currently wearing armor, they're not going to do anything. You have to, like, whatever your natural armor would be, which I think is usually a...
I am 12, so if I take off my leather armor and put on like fancy bard clothes.
Then you would have the +2.
What if it's still just equal 12 because it's... Wait, no, what's your
Yeah.
dex?
What?
What's your dex mod?
My unarmored is 12. My dex mod is +2.
So yeah, you'd have 14 if you were wearing those.
It's better than my leather armor, which gives me a +1 AC.
Well, there you go. Get rid of the armor and wear those.
Alright.
Don't get rid of the armor now. You can. You
No,
can
too late.
do that
I'm already
later. You
taking
don't-
off my
You
armor.
don't have to.
Too late.
The
Oh,
armor's
I
off.
turn away.
I pull out.
I also cover Hayate's eyes.
I sort of pull out like this really like
The wolf.
this green and
No,
purple,
oh,
this green and
oh.
purple like tunic fluffy thing, and I take out the just black feather in my hat and put this green and purple feather in my hat, and then I put the bracers back on. I didn't get completely naked. I still had my under breeches, but I just like
That's more-
bra-
that's more of you than I ever needed to see, Aldrin.
What?
Boom.
Nothing. Just finish.
Alright.
Just finish.
I'm almost done.
Great. That's great.
So, you guys have successfully taken care of what seemed to be the impending raid on the town, and now you are all just sitting kind of in the forest.
Chilling.
How long of a journey back to Timberside is it?
Like half hour, if that.
Oh.
Is there anything anyone wants to do in the forest? Anyone need to commune with nature?
Oh, that's right. That's for.
I mean, I like it out here.
Well, since
I did that a couple of minutes before when I woke up.
I start peeing. I
I
start.
say more information than I needed
Awesome.
to read. And
Thanks for
everyone's
reminding me,
shouting.
Ross. And I start. I'm peeing.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Ah.
well now that I think about it,
As
I
I'm
realize
peeing, I am also drinking. I flash.
God damn it.
Out with the bad, in with the good. I always say.
I now realize did
Wait,
the Knoll captain come back while we were asleep? Anyone? Did Aldrich tell us that?
No, he did not.
Oh, that's a
Okay,
good
so
point.
we
woke me up.
don't know that we have
Talk about
completed this.
Captain.
That's true, yeah.
No one needs to know. Nothing happened.
Well, we would need
Yep.
to know because we think he's still out there.
Because our whole point of being here was to capture him.
So everyone is peeing in bushes and taking flight.
I'm not.
Oh, I
I'm
am.
I'm off
I am
examining
still
tracks
going.
of where that thing left.
This is not
Okay.
ending. drank
I
a
walk
lot.
over to you and I say, so what do you think what do you think? Do we need to go and hunt this pack leader down?
Do the
Do we
tracks
show up?
resemble any bigger than the normal ones we were fighting? Like bigger footprint or something like that to specify this being anything more than a normal knoll?
Yeah, you without even having to really like look hard, you tell that the foot, like the paw print, is actually like noticeably bigger. And when you had seen him earlier, he kind of had like feathers, like attached to like behind his ear and stuff.
Okay.
That definitely, you knew that was the pack leader.
Okay. Pack leader went this way during my watch. Didn't see a point in chasing him.
That's away from town.
We can track it and make sure it doesn't bother the town. And forget it.
I honestly am not against that idea. Because I mean, if it's been able to gather a group before, there's no telling if it could do it again. I'd rather remove a threat in its entirety.
You cannot tell if there are more around here, can you, Ross?
I can try, right?
You can try.
It's my favorite way he says
try.
that. It's the best thing ever.
I roll
You
something.
can try.
You certainly
Is that
can try.
what, nature?
You're checking to see if there are. What
If
do you?
there's maybe other gnolls in the world, in the area?
Rather, other than the ones that you already killed, /
Yeah.
the pack leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll nature, and are you in your favorite terrain?
Yes.
So you have
Forests.
advantage.
Damn right I do.
She does like the trees.
Boom!
19!
So, kind of like looking around in this general area, because you know this terrain so well, you look at the tracks and you know that this set belonged to this one, and this set belonged to this one, and the bigger footprints with a pack leader, and you only see the 4 sets, and then a little farther off, you see the hill giant's footprint, which you are like, how the hell did I miss that earlier? Really?
I was distracted.
But you don't see anything. It was just the 4 of them.
Speaking of the hill giant, I want to remove its head.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you gonna carry that?
Well,
I've got 18 strength. I can haul a dismembered head.
for that one, I'm gonna have you make nature check to try and is that nature? Is that what?
I wouldn't think that was nature.
I would think that'd be more survival. It'd be like skinning an animal.
Almost.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
good
just to remove.
survival.
And I get advantage because
survival.
it's processing a kill. Survey says
Wow.
14.
Okay. It takes you a good 10 minutes to get through, like, the neck area, in order to actually, like, get the head. Just because of the tough skin, the fact that the head is huge.
Oh yeah.
It's massive.
Sounds like a
carrying
kickstarted
it-
motorcycle.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You have no problem, like, carrying it or anything, but it is kind of awkward because, like, kind of like this. It's almost like a cask of ale.
Okay. Wait, is that
I mean-
we got rid of that cask? He doesn't have that cask anymore, does he?
It's in our room still. We took it off.
All right. So is the all those ropes still there?
Well, probably in my bag.
Well, I can make my own harness. I was hoping the harness was still intact. We just took the thing off, so I
Gonna
can
make
just
me
slip it
carry
in.
it, are you? No, Tuck's the one that made the lashed it to me.
Well, I was assuming if the harness was still intact.
I believe we put it back in here.
Okay. So I'm just going to use the hook from my belt to run it through, and then just tie a rope thing to and just have it swing across my back.
Okay,
through
you are
what?
now carrying.
Huh?
What are you putting the belt through?
the thing?
The hook, because it's where I keep trophies. And I
know,
was
but
promised
wait,
a fair price, and I'm proving that we killed a hill giant. So that's a fair price on a hill giant. A little bit more.
Well, I have
than
his
3 gnolls.
testicles.
Oh, you don't have his testicles! Is a thing I didn't think I would ever yell.
You know how this guy's head.
I'm okay with it.
Whoa!
I've killed regular.
I killed that thing!
Yes. That
Eldrick, do you think we should take trophies of the gnolls as well?
Of course, proof. Take yours.
I'm not doing the cutting.
I do the
Um,
cutting.
Yeah, Rolls does not. Rolls no.
The gnolls,
You got it under control, Eldrick. Yeah, go ahead.
you get those heads, no problem
I agree
whatsoever.
with me.
All right, those go into sacks.
Aldrich, can
So
I
now
have
you
a
have
Aldrich, can I have a tooth from the head before they
3
turn it in?
From the ogre?
From the hill giant.
Yeah, I already gave that to you.
Oh, you said ogre. I thought it was from something.
Hill giant
Wait,
ogre.
so-
Sorry.
Okay.
Do we need to roll? I'm still a little bit confused. Do we need to go after this pack leader?
I'm going to tell you now, no.
Oh.
I
Roll
scared it away.
The ethereal
up.
plane.
Sorry.
says
I'm getting a message from the
and
baker.
stares into the sky.
Yeah.
I'm getting something.
The ethereal plane calling says no.
It's saying no, go the fuck back to the town.
Never mind. Hayate sort of rolls his eyes and is like, "Come on, let's go," and starts like trotting away.
There you go, yes, channel me through the dog. Well, whatever.
Can
Like,
I?
oh, fine, I'm just being thorough. I'm having a conversation with Hayate now. I'm just being thorough.
All right,
And
I
it's
send
coming.
my prices over my shoulder, and I start heading back to town.
Now that I think about it-
I follow my wolf.
I don't have a trophy or thing for a totem for my totem thing. Is a gnoll close enough to a wolf to take a tooth from to use as my totem thing, or should I not do
Don't
that?
play Yante.
Never.
I was waiting for that face.
That face.
like,
Hayate and I are gonna be like this.
Hey, I've
I
been
would've-
feeding him sausages.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna take a
are not
tooth out.
taking a tooth.
I didn't
My
say
head
from
my
Hayate.
head like turns around whenever I hear this suggestion, and I just glare.
I would wait.
Okay.
Until Roz and Hayate are asleep, and then
And then I'll use speak with animals to just explain what's happening. I'm
it's
sure
only
they'll
gonna hurt for a
understand.
moment,
Yeah.
You
but I
could do
need to rip out a tooth.
sleight of hand. Maybe shave a little fur off.
It'll be
No!
fine.
Um,
Alright, fine. I trot along behind everybody.
but
Back to the
so
gear.
I pick up
You
my
guys-
drums before and I start heading out because I did drop my drum.
Mean to him.
you did. So you guys start heading back to town, and that is where I'm going to call it for tonight. Because I have work in the morning, and I told myself I'd do this for 2 hours tonight. So
Hey, with me, Jack Mark.
and that's
Totally understandable. I killed a giant!
You did.
Yes.
That
I
was
scared a
great.
gnoll.
I tried. I tried
Thanks
to do-
everyone.
And Seth was badass. Thanks,
do a
guys.
heroic
Thank
thing
you
and
so much
failed
for
heroically.
watching. We loved having you.
Oh, I'm waving to the chat
Yes.
window. I should wave to the camera.
yeah, so-
hello.
Thank you for following.
Check.
Look
Thank
at the
you for
camera.
watching
Hi.
us.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope you enjoyed
Okay,
it.
wait. Don't end it yet.
Did
I
we
have
level up? Did
couple-
we?
But we said goodbye.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I have a couple of things.
We have
First,
announcements. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Who needs to speak?
When's Christmas?
first
I'm
one
balancing the computer on my legs. It's hilarious.
is that we will be playing tomorrow night. I have not
Yay!
decided a time yet. We will have all of us, like all 6 party members as well as me.
Oh, cool. I
Tomorrow night we will be playing as well. I will tweet out time at some point. I have to work until 5, so it'll be some point after 5 Eastern Standard. So
4, 3.
there's that.
We should be 2 Pacific.
It'll
Yeah.
have to
Well,
be
it'll be
way,
after
way
that.
later than that.
It'll-
'cause I have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
right
thinking
now.
it'll be like evening. Anyway,
Yeah.
Works.
Plus, we gotta check with
Um,
Erin with her Aussie time.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we'll have our wonderful. If you look above Wayrin and below Aldrich, we'll have our wonderful, gorgeous Australian orc.
yes, we will have our half orc.
Yay, our
with
beautiful
us.
talk.
Beautiful.
So
people.
Crit myself says that we have to wait until he and or she declares Critmas before we can have our own
All
Critmas.
right. Well, you might want to crit
I
crit
think
myself
people have to
before
send
he
us stuff. And before
That too.
Yeah,
also.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna
You
happen.
never know.
Second thing I'm going to mention is the Extra Life stream
Oh yes.
that we are going to be a part of.
Oh yeah.
If any of you guys in the Twitch chat have seen Trainer Jody on Twitter is setting up a 48-hour D&D live stream, all with critters. It's in different chunks. We're going to be streaming. There's going to be one group's running for 8 hours. We're a group running for 4. We are running from 4 a.m. Eastern Standard to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard.
Oh, by the way,
Pretty
Mike,
By the way,
it's
This
midnight
just
for
in.
us, right? It's midnight for West
So
Coast.
this is Saturday morning.
yes.
Okay, so
Like tomorrow?
yes.
No, like
No,
October.
Late
October
October.
20.
October 23rd into the 24th. And then I think
Got it.
some people are going into the 25th. Because we're
That-
starting at like 8 p.m. on the 23rd
Yeah,
and
it's
then
that
going.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I just gotta make sure 'cause if it's like because
But our slot is
our
that's
slot
Saturday.
is
for
early super morning. So anybody who is not in the U.S. might be able to actually watch.
or if you just really, really love
Or if you want to
us,
stay up late, that works too.
set an alarm.
So that's that. Again, more info will be coming out on Twitter. I think Trainer Jody's doing some stuff.
Yeah, I think we'll have
Um,
to figure out how we're because I think a lot of the others are streaming on the Critters community stream, but we
Yeah, I
stream
don't know if
here.
they'll host us or if we'll get that login. I gotta talk to him.
We
about
might have
that.
to redirect
Anyway,
people to this
Anyway.
stream. Anyway.
Anyway,
we are going to be doing that. And then the third and final thing is you all level up.
yay!
And
we're level 4.
Mike like
This
to.
jeez, it's kind of.
did you get that?
Did you get that?
so he doesn't get it.
I didn't get it, no.
You all
Okay.
leveled up.
We leveled.
At the end of the episode.
Hey!
So
Wonderful.
you are all now level 4. If somebody wants to get a hold of Erin and tell her that,
She's in our Skype.
then yes, tell her that you are all now level 4. So if you all want to prepare level 4 shit for tomorrow's game,
Yes.
you can do
We're
that.
playing tomorrow. That's so crazy.
I know, right?
Tomorrow.
I'm
Like,
so
like
happy.
weeks.
Probably take some time now.
So, all right, that is officially it
All right.
for everything that I have. So
Thank you, my
Goodbye,
lovely
Twitch
partners.
stream.
Thank
for
you,
real
Twitch.
now.
Bye, Twitch
Bye,
people.
Twitch
Thank
stream.
you.
Love
Bye.
you. Mwah. Mwah.
Farewell. And remember, if you fall down,
Bye.
get back up again.
You're done.
Cut it, Dustin. Cut it.
It's cut. It's cut. I should also stop.